morning, happy Monday, start to a new week. Monday, starting off my what I eat in a week vlog. I'm going to show you what I'm having for breakfast before I run to work. So I just used one of the mini bagels, toasted it, and put avocado on it. It wasn't the best avocado, it was my last one from last week, but I wanted to finish it off because it was salvageable. And then I'm going to do this Siggy's yogurt. Usually I would put egg with this, but I don't have enough time to make it because I slept in. Shocking. Here's my coffee. I was going to show you how I make that. I use it with oat milk and some kind of creamer. They already had this creamer, and so I'm gonna use it. Just use a splash. I usually at home make Starbucks iced coffee, and again, I just add like a little bit of creamer and a little bit of milk. And that's what I'm used to. This is hot, so it's more difficult for me to get used to because I'm not used to hot coffee really. Or if it is, it's a latte, and this is just like plain coffee, but we'll see how it goes. Not buying coffee today because we're not eating out, but here we are. All right, making salmon. I use lots of seasonings and salts when I cook because I don't want my things to taste plain. So I have poured some of this stir-fry sauce. I was looking for teriyaki sauce so that I could make the teriyaki salmon, the teriyaki bowl, and the stir-fry like this. But all I could find at this grocery store was the stir-fry sauce, so we'll see if that works. Trying to soak it up in there. I'm gonna add some of the onion and herb from this dash. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on some foil to go in the oven. I have a little bit of broccoli, a little bit of salmon, and I'm gonna make one of these bags of rice. To put it in, I will show you the finished product and how long this took because I pretty much just eyeball it, but I'll tell you how long it took once it's done and show you the finished product. All right, quick dessert. Jackson's intrigued. These are little cookie thins. They have chocolate chip and they have a coconut flavor, and they're both really good. I get them at Aldi. I'm not sure I've seen them anywhere else, but they're 130 calories per 6 cookies, which is not great because the cookies are pretty small. Like they're pretty small, but they're filling enough that 6 is sufficient, and they're just yummy. So sometimes if I'm just craving something sweet, I'll eat 3, so it's half of the serving size. Tonight I'm eating 6 because I can't stop. Just a suggestion. Okay, I'm up. I have to be at work early today, so it's like 7:30. And I'm trying to decide if I want to go to Starbucks. I know that I want to go to Starbucks, but I'm trying to decide if that's the best option. Or maybe even Dunkin'. Maybe Dunkin' would be a little bit cheaper. But at Dunkin' I would get a sausage, egg, and cheese bagel, which is not the healthiest thing for you. I'm gonna make all this happen because I was gonna make a smoothie today, and then I realized that I didn't bring my blender here, and I don't know if they have one. I'm sure that they have one somewhere, but I also don't really have time to look for it and make a smoothie. So this is my dilemma. This is why you plan things out, because then if it doesn't work out, then you're thrown off and you want to go to Dunkin' or Starbucks. So I am taking my nanny kids to the pool today until I think that I deserve a coffee. I made a chai tea because I made that coffee yesterday and I didn't like it and I didn't drink it. I'm just not used to hot coffee. It's hard to like adjust to. I think we're gonna go somewhere. I ended up getting a grande caramel macchiato and a sausage and cheddar on a English muffin from Starbucks. Be excited, no regrets. Okay, the reality of today is that it's basically a flop. Last night I was looking at my meal plan, and I think the way that I have it set up is just too confusing for me, so I need to change it. The way I have it set up is like Monday, and it says breakfast week 1, week 2, lunch week 1, week 2, dinner week 1, week 2, and then Tuesday and the same. And I just obviously don't even know how to read it, and so I was looking at it last night to prep for today's lunch and dinner, and for some reason I saw the barbecue chicken salad as dinner instead of lunch, and it was supposed to be lunch, and I don't have barbecue chicken salad. We are about to head to the pool. All the kids are outside right now, but we're about to head to the pool, so I'm just gonna get chicken salad there because it's really like the healthiest option we have. So again, realistic, I forgot, and I just am not as organized as I want it to be. I'll look when we get there and make sure that chicken salad is like the best option, which it's not gonna kill me to have like one meal off, and I'm gonna make the barbecue chicken salad for dinner, so I'll show you that. But you know, sometimes life happens. I could make another sandwich, but I had that yesterday and I don't want to. If I have something too many times, then I don't want it, and I have that scheduled for a few times in the next 2 weeks. And if I'm gonna be somewhere with some food, I would rather have the good food. What I also find difficult is that some of the stuff that my nanny kids get, they don't finish. So they'll get like chicken and fries and then eat like a little bit of chicken and a little bit of fries. And then it's just sitting there and I'm like, I don't want it to go to waste. And then I eat it. And then I'm eating like probably a total of 2 lunches in the time span that we are at the pool. But I'm gonna try to get in today and swim some laps, be active. And the kids are really good about playing with each other. And like I just kind of watched the younger one. But my plan today, brought a functioning bathing suit. And my plan is to get some exercise, so that will help combat the fact that I have to have chicken salad. Just an update, I will show you the chicken salad if I remember while we're at the pool. Not gonna lie, watching all these people eat and walk by with their fries and their drumsticks and their Cokes. And I'm like, you know, I should just treat myself. What for? I don't know. I do. I want fries and I want a Coke and I want an ice cream. So we'll see what happens when I get there. I won't do a Coke. I'm rationalizing. Won't do a Coke because I treated myself to Starbucks this morning, and so don't really need more. Got distracted, but I got the chicken salad. Proud of myself. I'll show you what one of my nanny kids got. It's the chicken nuggets and the fries, and I might eat a few fries, but I did not get my own serving size of fries, which is what I wanted to do, so I'm pretty proud of myself. This is chicken tenders and fries. Here's my chicken salad sandwich. It's a walnut chicken salad. Looks pretty good, won't lie. Still in the pool. Broke down and had an icy. Not my best choice, but also not the worst. So had an apple, and that's it. So we're gonna leave soon, and I'm gonna start prepping dinner so that I stop eating bad things. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm gonna be using some chicken tonight. I've put it in the refrigerator. I'm gonna put it in these small baggies. I'm gonna use one to put it in hot water to thaw more, and then the rest I'm gonna put back in the freezer. And this is kind of how I like section them out so that then next time I wanna make something with chicken, I can easily do that and just use the chicken in one bag instead of thawing out the whole thing. I didn't fully thaw these, obviously, but it's just worked really well for me, especially getting these thins, and it usually gives me about 4 servings, which is perfect because then I get 4 meals out of it. So I'm gonna make a barbecue chicken salad tonight, walk you through that. It's honestly just gonna kind of be throwing some stuff together because I've never made it before, but we'll see. So I'm just gonna put it in a small bag, run some really hot water and soak it in there. Put these back in the freezer. I'm gonna make the barbecue chicken in the air fryer, and then I'm gonna just throw it on to the rest of the salad that will already be made. So let's see. You can put chicken frozen and really meat in general frozen in the air fryer, but I don't love to do that when I want it to be seasoned, especially, or like marinated. Like I want the barbecue to already be on the chicken. I'm gonna put it on the salad as well as like a dressing, but I want there to be some barbecue like marinated into the chicken. And let's just see what happens. Okay, I did 375 for 20 minutes and they are perfect. I'm just gonna cut up pieces so that they're easier to eat in a salad, since that's the plan. Yum. I mean, this is a what I eat in a week, but like I've never made a lot of these things because it's a what I eat in a week trying to get on track, but I don't know, that's not as catchy of a title. 10 out of 10 barbecue sauce. Not as beautiful, but I put some leftovers For tomorrow, I just put some of the noodles that I had left over because I'm not super hungry and so I didn't want a ton of noodles. But this is dinner. It's just like a lo mein with chicken, zucchini, peppers, carrots, walnuts, the stir fry sauce that I got. I don't know if I'm forgetting anything, but you saw it all when I was showing you. And I'm having one of my Kroger sparkling waters. And gonna watch Grey's Anatomy. What's new? So I'm outside the house. So after lunch, I had like leftover enchilada. I didn't put it in a tortilla. I just kind of made it into like a soup. Chicken and mild salsa, and they like simmer it in the pan together. And they usually put it in tortillas, but I didn't want the extra carbs, and so I didn't put it in tortillas. And then I ended up finishing off a little bit of the kids' chicken noodle soup, which made me feel like such a mom. I like hate like eating their leftovers like that they just leave around. I was really craving something sweet, and I tried to eat apple slices, and it did not satiate my need. And so I like started looking through their freezer for like some kind of like ice cream that was semi-healthy, and there's a ridiculous amount of calories in all ice cream, and I'm disgusted. And I don't know like why do things that are so enjoyable have to be so bad for us? I don't know. But anyway, so they had some that were frozen yogurt, and they had like a fudge brownie frozen yogurt one. It was like half the calories. It was like 160 calories for like 2/3 of a cup. So I measured out 2/3 of a cup because I was like, this is already being indulgent, so let's actually measure it out. And so I measured out 2/3 of a cup, and I ate about half of it. And then I was like, okay, I don't really want any more. One, usually that wouldn't happen. Two, if it did, I would usually ignore it and be like, I scooped this out, like I'm gonna eat it. But I think I'm just gonna pour it down the sink because I don't need the unnecessary calories. My body's telling me that it's done. And if my body's happy and full, and I'm happy with just like being able to try a little bit of the fudge brownie yogurt, I'm happy about that. And so I just wanted to share, one, that I was full after less than 2/3 of a cup of ice cream. I'm actually gonna throw it down the sink, and I'm not gonna eat it. A win for all. I'm having leftover stir fry. I added some rice, and I'm just gonna kind of run through the week, things that I noticed, things that were hard, things that I found helpful, etc., etc. So one thing I found hard was watching YouTube videos and things like that where people were eating unhealthy food, and it made me want unhealthy food. Last night I was watching Julia and Hunter Havens, What's New, and they were getting Chick-fil-A, and they were eating cake and all this stuff, and for the most part they eat healthy, but it made me want like cereal. Like I was like, I just want something sweet, something yummy, something that's not vegetables. And I think being cognizant of that is important because I'm kind of the same way with clothes and like material items. That's why I don't really watch hauls, and even just watching other people's vlogs, people that make a decent amount of money, or at least more money than I do. It's hard to watch them buy all these things, and I'm like, yeah, all those things would be nice, and I would love to look through your Amazon shop page, but I can't afford any of, like, I just don't have the excess money to spend. And so I just have to get better about, because I've gotten to the point in vlogs where it doesn't affect me as much. I'm like, okay, I can't afford that, or that's not worth it, or I'll like put it in my cart and then wait a few days, and usually I'm over it. I've noticed I'm kind of the same way with food, and I need to just like talk myself out of getting unhealthy things. If I really sit and think about it, I'm like, are the calories worth it? If I'm wanting something sweet, could I have just a little piece of chocolate or something small instead of just spiraling into like this big, like cereal is a bowl of sugar, especially if you have like Lucky Charms. And so I want to make sure that I want to put all of that sugar and fat and excess things in my body before I actually do it. I actually went into the kitchen to get a bowl of cereal when I made this, and then I looked at the time and it was 5:30, and I was like, maybe I'm just like hungry for dinner. Like I should just have dinner, and then if I get a little hungry later, I can have a healthy snack. But I found it really helpful to like stop and really think about why I'm eating it and whether I'm actually hungry. And I don't like, obviously don't get it right 100% of the time. Today we were at the pool. I was stressed. My nanny kid was like blatantly ignoring me, and I was just not having a good day. So I got an ice cream cone. And honestly, it wasn't even that good. I got a drumstick, and I remember them being way better when I was a kid. And then afterwards, I was like, it wasn't even that good. It set me back from my goal. Didn't make my body feel good. Like, didn't make my day any better, really. I just need things I want to work on in the future, being more cognizant of why I'm eating, being more cognizant of what I'm eating. I talked this morning about planning things out and having them already pre-made, which, hopefully I'll do that Sunday, and then I can vlog that as well for the next week. And just little things like that, because it does get hard. And, you know, at the beginning of this, I was like, I'm not going to get it right all the time. And I didn't. But I'll also say it's one of the healthiest weeks I've had in a long time. So whether I'm jumping from eating out multiple times a week to getting Starbucks one morning and getting quesadillas one night, it's better than I have been doing. And I know it's a journey and it's going to take some time. And I'm like the first person to tell other people to be patient with themselves and the last person to give myself that same patience or grace. But I basically just wanted to wrap this video up. I think it's always helpful to have food and snacks with you. Just because an option is there doesn't mean it's the best option for you. And I don't think many people are in an office right now, but for example, if your office is hosting a lunch or offering lunch food or whatever it may be, just think about, is this something I really enjoy? It's totally fine to indulge and eat what you want. Think about it, because I find myself a lot of the times doing that and then regretting it and not feeling good, and that's not really the move. It's the end of week 1. I feel good. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I am trying not to focus on like losing inches or weight and just focusing on how my body feels. I feel pretty good, actually. My sleep has been kind of off. I've been going to bed between 12 and 2 and waking up between 7 and 8. It's hard to have goals you want to work on when all of your weeks are different. Like this upcoming week, I'll have my nanny kids, but then I'm done nannying. And I don't know what I'm going to do. After that, I may potentially start nannying for another family, but those hours may be different. And so I'm just going to go 1 week at a time. My goal for next week is to get up. Let's do 7. We're deciding here. Get up at 7 every morning and like actually get out of bed, because my alarm always goes off between 7 and 7:15, and I will literally snooze it until 8, which is ridiculous. And I don't need to lay in bed because 1, my alarm's going off every few minutes, so I'm not sleeping well. 2, I just need to find something to get myself up. I need to get up and like immediately let the dogs out or something, so that there's something that keeps me up and moving. And then I can be doing my devotionals in the morning. That changes my day every time. I can be, prepping lunch or packing or cleaning dishes from the night before, whatever is left undone. And so I just also love getting up early. I love waking up with the sun and just having great mornings, having me time before I go and I'm stressed out by other people and other kids. I won't set a necessary bedtime for me. Usually, it's so weird that I stay up so late because I'm usually the girl that's like in bed by 9. Like if you text me after 8:30, I may not reply because I may already be asleep. And my friends like know me for that. And I've just been so off of it the past few weeks. And so, but I found I would wake up early and go to bed early. So I think if I force myself to wake up at 7 or even 6:30, I don't know. I feel like we should not jump to 6:30. Let's do 7. Let's just stick with 7. As long as I stick to 7, I think that as long as I don't have caffeine too late, that I will be tired at a decent time. So that's my goal for next week. And the goal is to have all my food prepped and planned by Sunday night, which I think is reasonable. So we have, another tip. I know that I snooze my alarm. So if I want to be up at 7, I'm going to set my alarm for like 6:30 so that then I can snooze it a few times and still get up at 7. That's just how I am. The first time the alarm goes off, I'm like, no matter what time it is, it's a no. So I'm going to set my alarm at 6:30. So my 3 goals are to wake up by 7 every morning, get up out of bed, to have all of my meals prepped by Sunday night, and to bring them to work. That is important. Because even if it's in the refrigerator, it doesn't help if I don't bring it to work. Regardless of whether we're going to the pool or what we're doing that day, bring it to work. And my third one is going to be to go on a walk every single night, no exceptions. So I think what will help me with that is coming home from work and just going. Because once I sit down and I get settled and comfy and me and my dog are just chilling, laying, and the other dogs are laying, that I just won't do it. So I need to come home and immediately go on the walk, get it over with. I enjoy it, but it's like once I sit down on the couch and I'm watching Grey's Anatomy, I'm like sucked in. I'm like, there's no way that we're doing anything else tonight. Those are my 3 goals. I will keep you all updated. I will obviously video all of that and keep a tally with what days I do each thing, and if I do them successfully, I'm gonna still offer myself grace if I mess up a few times, but those are goals, and they're things that I don't want to just be like, oh, that's not important, because it is important to me. I'm sitting here right now saying it's important enough for it to be my top 3 goals for the week and things I want to focus on. So that's the end of this video. My first what I eat in a week / get healthy with me / whatever I call it. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope that it gave you some meal ideas or some tips or motivated you. I don't know. But I'm going to keep doing them, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.